FSM Super Sundays. My name is Troy, and we're going to get straight into the charts as always. This week we're just going to look at a couple pairs, literally two, because there's not been a huge lot going on in the markets, and I don't see anything that's changed apart from, well, nothing at all really. It's the same bias that we've got from last week on most of the pairs. It's just been quite choppy. It's been, more like intraday moves. I don't really trade intraday too much, so you probably could have got on board with longs and shorts on different pairs. But if I'm showing you my bias on higher time frames, then nothing has changed really. So for sterling yen, looking at this, we've got last week's candle, a bit of a doji, or spinning top I should say, came into the area that I did point out. It actually did move where I said it would for us to get an entry. So going on to the daily time frame, what we can see, price was, I think last week's candle was here to the 10th, this candle here. Yeah, I said that wait for it to come back up. I'll show you in a 4-hour time frame to the top of this area, then take shorts. So what happened was, this is that exactly, I haven't moved it at all. This is what I said we should wait for it to come to, and did that sort of on the 13th. So Monday morning or Monday just afternoon was got a bit higher. It closed as, if I just hide, let me hide this. Right, yeah, so it closed as a shooting star, which meant that you could, it was an obvious signal that the price was going short, so you could have entered shorts with stops where I said. Yeah, that would have been an ideal scenario if you were a bit more aggressive, or even if you look at things from a lower time frame, you could have had a much tighter stop. If you go to the 1 hour, I can show you more about that. But yeah, down bias is down for this, so it's in downtrend. Bearish bias, if you go to the 1 hour, Fibonacci has disappeared. Let me get that back. Yeah, so still the same bias on this currency pair. Looking for shorts, not looking for anything else. You probably could have got some longs, but I don't really trade sort of scalp or intraday trade too much. Right, so as I said before, you're waiting for it to get to this area. Your stop loss, if you're being aggressive, it would just be just behind this here. So with the shorts, I personally would have gotten, yeah, in between this 61.8 and top of the range, because if you got in here and it didn't quite touch it like here, you would have missed out on a nice trade. So there, stop loss, probably been safe and put it there. First take profit would be always the 0, so there, 3 to 1. Second would have been here, didn't quite get there, but yeah, so that would have been a nice trade to take. In terms of next week, just look for the sort of more shorts, more pullbacks and shorts, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, that's all we're looking at for sterling yen, and the other pair we're going to look at is cable. So just two sterling pairs for the week. Not much else is lined up, but yeah, so sterling, similar to sterling yen, this is why I chose to analyze it, just because yeah, it's bearish bias again. It's in the key area here. Last week's candle once again like another shooting star, or sorry, a spinning top. And yeah, so on Monday it fully broke out this trend line. It pulled back on Wednesday, and then grinding lower, I should say. It did look to push low, but then it did pull back. But yeah, bearish bias in this area here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder is what we're looking at for this. Right, so yeah, Monday it did break out of this here, so it broke out. This would have been a nice short if you were trading Monday or last week Monday at 2 p.m. So at 6 p.m. when this candle closed, it had a nice confirmation. That would have been a nice short. Stops just above these highs. 70 pips would have been nice. Yeah, been a bit of profit, but as you can see, it hasn't really pushed much lower. Yeah, so now it looks like it might be forming a triangle pattern potentially. And then yeah, look for take shorts on a break of this triangle pattern. Stops if you're being a bit more aggressive. Depending on what happens, if it pulls down, pulls back, you can get Fibonacci maybe here. you might get able to get a tight stop depending on where you have your swing high comes here, but something like 60 pips would be nice. And then trade it down all the way to, look for down here, but once again you've got, this is a bit of a support in around this area here. Once it breaks here, the 124.50 level, look for 122, which is a nice 4.4 to 1. You're not seeing too much else on this. We'll always keep you updated, as you know, in the group chat. If you're not in the group chat, please do look for ways of getting into it. You can message us on Instagram, or you can look in this description of this video for more information. But yeah, that's it. That's what we're seeing on the charts this week. Nice quick video. Hope you have a wonderful trading week, guys. Please try to use your initiative when trading from our analysis. Yeah, we'll see you next week, guys.